Hi, I'm Nayana Manori TK, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Civil Engineering, SVIT, Bangalore. I'm the course coordinator for Design of Pre-Stressed Concrete Structural Elements. Module 3, Ultimate Flexural Strength of Section. A double T section having a flange 1200 by 150 mm thick is pre-stressed by 4700 mm square of high tensile steel located at an effective depth of 1600 mm. The ribs have a thickness of 150 mm each if the cube strength of concrete is 40 Newton per mm square and tensile strength of steel is 1600 Newton per mm square. Determine flexural strength. First, write down the given data. It's a double T section. I'm going to write down the cross section of that double T section. See, this is the double T section. The width, it is 1200 and the thickness it is 150 and the rib thickness it is 150 mm each, 150 mm each, okay, and then FCK value they have given, that is 40 Newton per mm square, and tensile strength of the steel, that is FP value they have given 1600 Newton per mm square. Okay, then area of tendon they have given, that is what AP, it is 4700 mm square. Okay, this is what double T section. Okay, you need to calculate flexural strength of the double T section. Okay, first I'm going to assume for this T section, okay, as well as for this I section, okay, you need to check it out. Earlier you will be not knowing whether the neutral axis lies within the web portion or in the flanged portion. Okay, first I'm going to assume neutral axis. Mostly in case of double T section, the neutral axis lies in the web portion itself. Okay, directly I'm going to assume the neutral axis lies in web portion. Okay, for the I section as well as for the double C section, most probably the neutral axis lies in web portion. Directly you can assume that neutral axis lies in web portion. Okay. It is a double T section. First you need to calculate width of web. Okay, it consists of two web portion. So width will be equal to twice of 150 mm. You will get it as 300 mm. 300 mm. Okay. First you need to calculate APF value, that is 0.45 FCK into DF into BF minus BW divided by FP. Okay, for that is double T section, you need to calculate area of pre-stressing tendon in the flanged portion as well as web portion separately. Okay, depth of flange you are knowing, width of flange and the width of web as well as FP value you will be knowing. Okay, calculate APF, substitute the value, that is 0.45, FCK value it is 40 into depth of flange, it is 150 and width of flange it is 1200, width of web it will be 300 divided by FP value it is 1600. Okay, upon simplification you will get APF value as 1518.0 0.75 mm square. This is what your APF. Next, you are knowing area of pre-stressing tendon will be equal to area of pre-stressing steel in the flanged portion plus area of pre-stressing steel in the web portion. Area of pre-stressing tendon they have given in the problem, and APF you have calculated. You can calculate APW. Okay, then APW will be equal to AP minus APF. Substitute the value. AP they have given 4700 in the problem. APF you have calculated 1518.75. Then APW will be equal to 3181.25 mm square. This is what your APW. Next, you need to assuming post-tensioned beam, with effectively bonded okay, I'm going to assume it. Then you need to calculate the ratio APFP divided by BDFCK. APFP divided by BDFCK, that will be equal to, it's a double T section. Okay, AP will be equal to APW because the neutral axis lies in the web portion. That portion width, web portion width, as well as the area of the pre-stressing steel in the web portion you need to consider, into FP divided by, width is nothing but width of web, into effective depth into FCK. Substitute the value. That will be equal to APW, it is 3181.25 into FP value, it is 1600 divided by BW, it is 300, and effective depth they have given in the problem, that is 1600 into FCK value, it is 40. Okay, upon simplification you will get it that ratio as 0.265. Okay, next you calculate the first, that is XU by D ratio. Okay, that is XU by D ratio, by seeing it is what, post tension beam with effectively bonded. Okay, that is table 11. Okay, for APFP by BDFCK equals to how much? 0.265. Observe in this table, in this column, 0.265. That value it is not exactly here. Okay, you need to check it out in which value it is going to lie. 0.265. It is going to lie between 0.25 and 0.30. And that to case you have assumed it as post tension with effectively bonded. You need to interpolate it. For 0.25 it is 0.90. And for 0.30 it is 0.85, and you need to calculate FPU by 0.87 FP ratio for 0.265. You need to interpolate it. Okay. Similarly for XU by D ratio, okay, for 0.25, that is post tensioning with effective bond, it is 0.488. For 0.30 it is 0.558. For 0.265 you need to interpolate it in order to calculate the ratio XU by D value. Okay. Okay, I will write it down here. XU by D for 0.25 it is 0.488. For 0.265 you need to calculate it. Okay. For 0.30 it is 0.558. You need to interpolate it. Okay, upon interpolation you will get it 0.509, and you calculate XU value, that is 0.509 into D value, it is 1600. Okay, then calculate, that is XU value. you will get it as 814.4 mm. Okay, this is what XU. Okay, but how much the depth of flange they have given for double T section? Okay, I will show you here 150. Okay, you can observe here that is 150, but XU value is what? Greater than that. See here 814.4 mm. Okay, 814.4 mm, it is greater than depth of flange, that is 150 mm. So what are all the assumption you have done? That is what? Neutral axis lies within the web portion, it is correct. Okay, therefore hence assumption correct. Okay, hence assumption correct. Okay, next you go for second ratio to calculate FPU by 0.87 FP. Okay, FPU divided by 0.87 FP, you need to calculate it. Okay, see that table 11. Okay, I will write it the value. I have shown it earlier, that is 0.25. Okay, FPU by 0.87 FP, it is 0.90. Okay, you need to calculate for 0.265. Okay, for 0.30 FPU by 0.87 FP value, it is 0.55. Sorry, it is 0.85. Okay, it is 0.85. Okay, upon interpolation you will get it 0.885. Okay, then calculate FPU value, that is 0.885 multiplied by 0.87 into FP value, it is 1600. Okay, then FPU you will get it as, that is 1231.92 Newton per mm square. That is what your FPU value. Next, in order to calculate ultimate flexural strength of section for double T section, it is given by mu equal to, and also for the I section it is given by when the neutral axis lies within the web portion. Okay, the ultimate moment of ultimate flexural strength of section, it is given by FPU into APW into D minus 0.42 XU plus FP into APF into D minus DF divided by 2. Okay, you need to remember this formula. Okay, substitute all the value. FPU is 1231.9 into APW, it is 3181.25 into D value, it is 1600 minus 0.42 into XU value, it is 814.4. Okay, plus FP value, it is 1600 into APF value is 1518.75 into depth, it is 1600 minus 150 divided by 2. Okay, upon simplification you will get it as mu value as 8.629 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton mm. Thank you.